Hi, thanks for joining us here at RG Small Engine Repair. Today we're going to sit here and go over a problem that we're having with some of these Ryobi mowers. And the common problem with these, if your mower ends in 14 US or 15 US, this will apply to both of them. We will kind of go through the diagnostics. This one came in, said it won't start. A lot of the common, like probably 9 times out of 10, the problem is going to be your blade controller. We'll go through on how to replace that. First off, we'll check it by putting a battery in there to see if the lights come on or what it's doing altogether. Just slip the battery in there, pull this bell back, the lights should turn on. They're not. We're not getting anything from the self-propel. And when we go to engage the blades don't engage as well. So everything on this mower runs through the blade controller. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to start taking the cover off. What you'll need is a Torx T20, a small flat blade screwdriver, and then a lot of times the connections for the blade controllers, they went from a plug and play to a crimp down connection. And we'll go through that when we get to there. Okay, so what we've already done is we removed the screws, but I'll gladly show you where they go. First off, there's 9 total, 3 back here, and then under this lid, there's going to be 6 placed throughout. You'll pull those, and then you'll remove the key because it will not pull off on this cover until done so, and it just pops right off, exposing the blade controller. And this is a self-propel controller, rarely goes out, but it definitely could. So first, we're going to be careful because a lot of times these controllers have stored energy. So if these 2 leads, once you remove them, touch, they'll make a little pop. So just be careful on that. We'll just get our small screwdriver and undo these. And there's that. And then down here is where it connects to the blade motor, and we'll just slowly do a little bit of wiggle and it pops right off. A couple other clips here. Pull those, that goes to the self-propel controller. This goes to your battery holders, and you just sit there and pinch and wiggle and it will pop. Maybe. Alright, so now we have the controller taken out. We're going to set this right here. Here's a look at the new controller, how they got it banded up and stuff like that. As you can see, this has one of the plugs on it, but it did not come on the old one. So we can just cut these off, try to leave a few inches, give it as much play as you can. Once you get up in there, it can get pretty tight, and you won't be able to get these in properly. So then we're going to take right around a 1/2 inch off of the coating, just so they'll fit in those plugs. Alright, and the first thing we'll start with is there's a little indentation on this blade motor connection, and we'll just match them up and slide them in first. And you just give a little bit of pressure, try to hold down on that bottom piece, and it'll slip right in. Okay, so once you get those wires plugged in, that connection, you'll have to make sure it's turned the right way. These controllers are set up when you roll the mower over or something per se, it'll kill the motor. So you have to make sure these controllers are placed in the right way. And on these blade controllers, you have to make sure your red and black wires are at the top right if you're at the back looking forward, and these capacitors are at the top. So Now that we got that done, we will plug these back in. You'll have to make sure you back these screws off, and a lot of times you'll have to take your small screwdriver and push this tab up so the wire will fit in there properly. Just like that. And it's not uncommon for the wire that's coming out of the battery holders to also be a little bit loose. So you'll want to make sure that this is nice and snug on both ends. Same with the black wire. Nice and snug. Nice and snug. Now, plug this wire in that comes from the battery holders. Sometimes that coating likes to come off a little bit. And then you'll want to reattach the wire plug that goes to your self-propel controller as well. Once that happens, there's 2 grooves here for the blade controller to slip back down into. Kind of just gently tuck these back in, and then you'll have grooves for all this wiring to slip back into as well, so it doesn't get damaged. Alright, after that, we will set the cover back down and we will get it tightened back down to the bottom of the cover base. Okay, so now that we've got the cover secured back on with those 9 screws, we're going to put the battery back in and we're going to test it out. So we'll just go like that. So now, if the blade controller was the problem and it's fixed now, when I pull back on this bell, the light should light up. Awesome. And then when I push this button, the blade should turn on. All right, and there you have it. Thanks for joining us at RG Small Engine Repair. I hope this helps some of you guys, and like and subscribe.